Coach, you just want to open up with an opening statement?
Yeah, I thought that was a phenomenal game. It's a great, obviously Division III basketball game. You have a lot of high-level players, great programs, and, came down to the end like it did in the last game. So I'm very proud of my kids, especially my seniors. But if we're going to lose to class coaching staff and class athletic program, classy kids. Big-time player made a big-time shot at the end, and that's what it usually comes down to in basketball. We were unfortunately on the bad end of that, but hey, that's what happened. So, Cabrini has been a gracious host besides beating us, but I'm really proud of my guys and how they fought.
Absolutely. Did they do anything, differently from the first time you guys played them 3 weeks ago?
I think they were prepared more for us to play zone. So it was the only game we played zone all season. So I'm sure they knew that, and they were a little bit more prepared. And I think the difference between the first half and the second half in our zone was just that they made shots. The shooters got hot. They made shots. They started getting confident, and they did a tremendous job on the offensive board. So when you have a team that caliber like Cabrini, and you have a lot of great players on the floor, I don't really think they have to adjust to us. We have to adjust to them. So that's what they did. They played their game. They stayed with it, and the shots fell, and it came down to that.
Christian, do you just want to talk a little bit about your 38-point performance? What was going through your head?
Well, nothing much. I'm proud of my teammates. I mean, I was trying to get them going too. Seniors hit 2 big shots at the last 2 minutes of the game. Ray hit one in the corner, and then hit the big one to tie the game, and that's basically it.
Yeah. Do you have anything?
Sure. Guys, I know it's a tough loss, but when you look at the season, Addy, this is your first year with the team, even though you're a sophomore. If you could take us through the progressions of day one until now and how this team has matured, how it's come together. If you could just comment on that.
Preseason was very, very intense for us. I don't think other teams were doing that at the time. It was it's a commitment being a CSI Dolphin playing basketball, and we definitely got better. It was tough. We had our ups and downs during the season, but we got over the hump, and just proud of this team.
And TJ, I know that when you come into games like this, you obviously come in looking to win. I mean, that's the goal. It doesn't matter about rankings and records and things like that. But when you really look at how this team had, what this team has achieved over this last week or so, where do you kind of, if you could take a step back and kind of assess where this team is now from where it was on opening day, what do you have to say?
I think based on our expectations, we speak a lot about expectations and standard. So based on our standard and our expectations, we expected to be in a game like this. We knew based on the season we had that if we were fortunate enough to win a CUNY championship in a tough CUNY conference, that we were going to be in the game against a top 25 team on their floor. So I think our non-conference schedule prepared us for that. We played a lot of teams that are either in the NCAA tournament or lost in their tournament championship. So regardless of who we drew, we knew it was going to be an uphill battle. But I think the guys, especially these 2 guys too, they want that. So there's nothing I can't tell these guys. I can't sit here and say, we had a great season and we made it this far, because they don't think like that. Everybody in the locker room is very disappointed. 1, because we lost a tough game, but 2, because we expected to win. And not because we're playing Cabrini, but we expected to win every single time. We played Wagner College this year, and we were preparing to win the game just like we were preparing to win every other game. That's the mentality that we have in the program, and when you have tremendous kids like these 2 and our 2 seniors, Ray Savage and Evan Brocich, that's just something we're going to keep building on.
Can you tell us about the last sequence, both with Eden's 3 and then the defense on Bagwell's shot? Is it drawn up that way for Eden, and then on the other side defensively, are you expecting him to handle and try and shoot there? Are you looking for something that they're trying to do inside? Tell me a little bit about the game planning there.
Yeah, well, when they missed the free throw, I let them know we don't really call timeouts in a situation. We have Christian handling the ball, and I trust him. I know Eden was really asking for the ball, so he found himself in a position. Christian made a phenomenal pitch back, and Eden hit a tough shot. But he's done that. He's done that in our season, especially in the tail end, and we want him to shoot that. I just got done telling him I wish he would have took more of those shots the whole entire year, the first play of the game, because we know how capable he is. So, that's something that we practice. The guys know scramble situations. We kind of expected them to foul because we had a similar situation last game and they fouled. So we were prepared for a foul. And then, you know, Bagwell, you could pick your poison to what was going to happen. You know, Bagwell came down the court, but we had phenomenal defense by Stephen Flagg. But like I said, a tough player hit a tough shot. He knew there wasn't enough time to draw up anything, and he went out there and made a play, and kudos to him.
And Christian, last one for me. I mean, obviously, when you score 38 points in an NCAA game against a team of this caliber, you know, it does put you on the map. You know, and as a sophomore who's really come into his own, has kind of put the team on his shoulders at times. Where do you think it leaves you on the threshold of next season and the rest of your career?
Well, I just try to do the most I could during the game, help my teammates, look for them. We have great shooters and stuff, to try to get them going. But I mean, it was tough, like losing. I mean,
Sure. It's hard to think about a performance like this
I know.
against the backdrop of a loss. You guys played a heck of a game. Real proud of you.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else. Thank you guys for taking the time to come up here, and seriously, congratulations on an
Thank you.
excellent
Thanks for
season.
hospitality. We
Yep.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Proud of you.